Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Barakak Badash. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of GMS, the Great Millstone, who rule and who teach well. Shalom, shalom. All right, shalom to the 144,000 out there. All right, the hopeful elect. All right, and the men, women, and children that consist, of the 1/3. All right, shalom, shalom. All right, and I have here something I came across. It's called AOL .corp. All right, and as you can see here, it says, "Forget the triple demic. The U.S. is headed for a syndemic." All right, it says this winter, and experts warn we're not prepared. All right, so what kind of through the spirit inspired me to do this lesson. Was Matthew 24. All right. Because in Matthew 24, the verses 6 through 7, everything, that came, everything the Lord, mentioned, you know, um, in those two verses, and those verses alone, have came to pass. You know, every word, you know, that the Lord said was going to happen is coming. It's came to pass, or it's coming to pass, man. All right, and I was meditating, man. Those Matthew, 24, those verses alone, you see, are very powerful verses, man. All right, because those are the end signs right there, man. That we're at the end. All right, and the Lord spoke of pestilences, coming forth, you know, wreaking havoc. All right, and when I read this article, man, I automatically thought about that. You see, because it says that the U.S. is headed for a syndemic. All right, so let's look up this word syndemic. All right, we're in that pestilence stage. All right, we already have the wars, the rumors of wars. All right, so let's look at syndemic. It says a syndemic or synergistic epidemic is the aggregation of two or more concurrent or sequel epidemics or disease clusters in a population with biological interactions, which exacerbate the prognosis and burden of disease. All right. So isn't that what's happening right now? Isn't that what's happening right now? You see, you got the flu, you got the white lung syndrome, that new diagnosis. The white lung syndrome that causes pneumonia. We have the CV19. You see, we got all these different pestilences, man. The flu, all these different pestilences, man. That's wreaking havoc, in this time right now, man. All right, so we're in that stage of that pestilence, man. All right, we're definitely in that stage of pestilence. All right, so I'm just gonna read a few things from this article right here. All right, it says COVID, or it says CV will likely reach levels in December not yet seen this year. All right, so that's what they're anticipating. All right, they're anticipating, that the CV is gonna reach levels that it's never been before of this year. It says combining with surges of the flu, RSV, and other pathogens for a winter not different from last year's triple demic, experts say. All right. Let's see what this word triple demic is. Whatever. I'm not even gonna do all that. Oh man. Hold on. Let's get back to it. Slakia. It says Raja Narayanan, Assistant Dean of the Research and Associate Professor at the New York Institute of Technology campus in Jonesboro, Arkansas, told Fortune that the U.S. is a sitting duck in the face of the syndemic winter. All right. And, not to mention, you see, didn't Joe Biden, he mentioned that there was going to be a dark winter this year. A dark winter was coming upon Babylon the Great. It says it's a term he preferred to tripledemic as it acknowledges the impact of more than three pathogens or the healthcare system and the need for policies to address the phenomenon in addition to medical interventions. All right. So, and we know what these policies are. These policies are, going to, bring forth these lockdowns. All right. Which, they passed that law in New York. All right. Where they're able to, quarantine, people, basically without their consent, whether, whether they believe they're sick or not. You see, it says, strained hospital capacities, workforce exhaustion, burnout, and lack of effective therapeutic tools, poor communications, a lack of compliance with COVID precautions, a lack of continuity planning, and persuasive influence of social determinants of health only make the nation's delicate health infrastructure more fragile, he said. It says COVID wastewater levels are high and again headed upwards to surpass 2023 peak. All right. So, what I'm getting, from here is that, they're trying to, use fear. All right. With all these different words and, I feel like they're bringing forth fear. All right. And this is the same tactic that this devil used, 4 years ago. All right, he used the same exact tactic, man, the fear tactic. It says, according to the wastewater data posted by the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, COVID hospitals are up. CV hospitals are up 10% week over week, according to the most recent data made available, and the deaths, while not rising, are not receding either. All right, so we see, man, the way that this devil, is going the route that he's going. All right, so yeah, man, Matthew 24 is a real powerful, book, man. All right, and in verses 6 and 7 is really powerful, man. So let's get into that, man. Let's get Matthew 24. New Testament, Matthew 24 verses 6 and 7. It said, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars." All right, and aren't we? We're constantly hearing of wars and rumors of wars. You see, so that that came to pass. All right, you got these different proxy wars. Ukraine, Russia. You got these different wars. Popping off in Africa. In South America. I heard this wars going on out there. You got this whole Hamas and Israeli war going on. All right, so wars and rumors of wars. It says, "See that ye not be troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." All right, so be not troubled in this time, man. All right, it says, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom." All right, and isn't that what's happening right now? You see, you got the Israelis, the Palestinians, going at it with each other. All right, you got people picking sides, being pro-Israeli, pro-Palestinian. All right, and it says, "And there shall be famines." All right, and that's taking place. All right, whether people see it or not, that's taking place. All right, especially all the cows they killed. They recently just killed 3 million birds because the birds flu. You got these farmlands being burnt. You got the government, buying out, these farmlands. You got Hell Gates buying out these farmlands, man. Just bring forth famine. It says, and pestilence, you see? So you got these many different pestilences that the Lord is bringing forth, like the flu, you see, the CV19. You got this new one that they just brought forth, the whole white lung syndrome. All right. Earthquakes. You see, that's another one. And the Philippines just had a major earthquake. I think it was like a 7.2, 7.7 earthquake that just happened, out in Philippines right now, man, in diverse places. You see, in Morocco, India, you see. So all these prophecies, man, came to pass, man, and are coming to pass. All right. All these prophecies are coming to pass, man, and they did come to pass, man. All right. So that's what makes, these verses 6, 7, and 8 so powerful, man, is because these words, that the Lord spoke, are not returning to him void, man. All right. Let's see. Let's read in the NLT. It says, and you will hear of wars and threats of wars, but don't panic. Yes, these things must take place, but the end won't follow immediately. Nation will go to war against nation and kingdom against kingdom. There will be famines, earthquakes in many parts of the world. But all this is only the first of the birth pains. Whoo! With more to come. See, so these are just the beginnings of sorrows, the beginning of birth pains, man. You see? These are just the beginnings. All right? These are just the beginnings, man. All right? So just know, man, when 2020, going into 2024, it's things are going to, things are going to get drastically worse. All right? Drastically worse, man. The famines are going to get worse. It's going to get completely, it's going to get really bad, man. Really, really, really bad, man. So, man, Yahweh Zah, we're exempt, all right, from these judgments, man, the Lord is about to bring to this place, man. Let's get the book of Habakkuk. 2 and 3. It says, for the vision is yet for appointed time, all right? All right, and that time, is fastly approaching, man. That time is now, man. All right? It says, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. All right. And are we not at the end? We're at the end of this thing, man. We're at the end of Esau's kingdom. All right. And clearly in Matthew 24, verses 6 through 8, it clearly shows, that we're at the end. All right. Because all the prophecies that are mentioned there came to pass and are coming to pass. It says, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come and will not tarry. All right. So, just because, it's being delayed doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. All right. And a lot of these prophecies are no longer being delayed, man. The Lord is bringing forth these prophecies, man, are coming to pass, man. All right. These prophecies are coming to pass. Let's get the book of Isaiah. All right, these words of the Lord are faithful and true, man. All right, faithful and true. Let's get verse 11. It says, so shall my word that goeth forth out of my mouth. All right, these are words out of the mouth of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. It shall not return to me void. All right, meaning they will not come back to me empty, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereunto I sent it. So it's going to prosper regardless, if people hear or forbear, regardless if people believe or not. You see? Regardless if people believe or not. All right? So, it's not going to stop, these prophecies, man, regardless if people believe, man. It says, let's read in NLT. It is the same with my word. I send it out and it always produces fruit. You see? It always produces fruit. So whatever the Lord says, his word, whatever his word says, it's always going to come into effect, man. It's going to produce fruit. It says it will accomplish all I want it to, and it will prosper everywhere I send it. You see? And that's playing his tables right there, man. That's playing his tables. All right. Everything has a, history repeats itself. you know, as it says in Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. All right, so let's get that, and we'll finish off with that. It says, the thing that hath been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. All right, let's read in the NLT. History merely repeats itself. It has all been done before, nothing new under the sun. Shalakia. So these things that are happening right now, these prophecies that are coming to pass, have all been done before, man. All right, there's Shalakia. There's nothing new under the sun. All right, it's all been done before, man. All right. So now, it's just, you know, we're gonna, we gotta watch these prophecies play out. All right, we gotta watch these prophecies play out, and this lets us know, man, we're deliverance is closer than we believe, man. All right, deliverance is closer than we believe. All right, so I was kind of want to get into that, man. I was kind of meditating on that, man. Matthew 24, the verses, 6, 7 and 8 are some powerful verses, man, because the Lord is being faithful with His word, and that's powerful, man. That's powerful that the Lord is being faithful with His word, man. All right, the Lord is a man who cannot lie, man. All right, so we're seeing these prophecies, coming into action, man. All right, so with that being said, I like to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. All right. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of GMS Great Millstone who rule and who teach well once again. All right. Shalom. All right. To the hopeful elect out there. All right. Starting with 144,000, and the men, women, and children. All right. That's part of that 1/3 out there. All right. And this is Brother Nabala. Until the next lesson. Shalom. Shalom.